Hello, friends, and welcome to another Modern League. Today we're going to be trying something fresh, for me at least. We're going to be playing Elves. This is a deck that hasn't really got too much new stuff from Modern Horizons 2, but it did get one very important piece, Quirion Ranger, allowing us to untap our Elvish Archdruid and create huge amounts of mana during one turn. Otherwise, we're looking to cast Collected Company, put a bunch of elves into play, and we've got the Realmwalker to be able to play elves off the top of our deck as well. So we're going to give this a shot. Like I said, I haven't played much or any elves in Modern, but I have played some elves in Pauper, so I'm hoping that some of that will transfer over. 0 lands, so we don't need to use much brain power on this one. Mulligan. From 0 lands to heavy on lands. We'll keep this. We have Collected Company. It's not great, but I want to mulligan to 5. And I guess we'll get rid of Overgrown Tomb. Woof. Okay. Opponent has first turn Grief. I imagine they're going to follow this up with Ephemerate. No, they're not. Alright, so Ezuri is the one unknown card. They probably have like a Fatal Push or something here. Oh my. I see. So we're in a lot of trouble, you say? No kidding. And they have Persist as well. Alright, we're going to scoop this one up. What do we have versus Graveyard Strategies? Not a whole lot. So I guess we'll be bringing in the triple Thoughtseize here. Oh, Scavenging Ooze seems good. Let's see here. For what to take out, I'm looking at Realmwalker, some number of Collected Company because we're bringing in Thoughtseize. Alright, we're taking out Realmwalker because the card we're really looking for is Scavenging Ooze, which isn't even an elf. And we're taking out some Collected Company because we're bringing in more spells. This hand looks fine. Go Sentinel into Warmaster, into Archdruid, into Ranger Ezuri is the plan. So Grief seems to be a wicked card in this matchup, having basically like a free Thoughtseize to take a card out of the opponent's hand, setting yourself up for your combo. That is something that I wanted to be able to do in Yawgmoth combo, but we just don't have enough black cards to reasonably do that. Plenty of green cards, though, for an Endurance. Okay, so they got a whole bunch of creatures that are going to affect our hand. Tide Hollow Sculler, Grief, and then the... this is unfortunate. I'm going to attack all. I just don't have the time to stay back. We really need a land off the top. There are some other cards we could use here. Let's see what we get. Scavenging Ooze is pretty good. Doesn't really beat a Batterskull, but it is the only card we can reasonably play. Grief gets rid of the extra Archdruid. We finally find the land. So let's see here. We can go Shaman of the Pack, slam them for 3, and then attack. Actually, I think it would be 4. We get the, they get the Batterskull, though, so we can't reasonably attack. Maybe we just play Ezuri? If we can go wide before they start getting too much life, we can win with a Shaman of the Pack. Well, they found a third land. They had been mana screwed, similar to us for a little while now. No attacks. Interesting. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Shaman of the Pack is almost lethal. Oh, another equipment. This Culdria Compleat. I like them losing a life there. That's pretty good for us. They've got 2 cards in hand on their turn. We can gain a life with the Scavenging Ooze. Let's fetch first. Not going to let them persist that. No way. Hey there, Cylon. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm just going to take this damage. It is going to gain them life, which is unfortunate. Yeah, apparently, from what our opponent is saying, Elves is quite the popular choice nowadays. Another land. Hey there, Solomance. And Robin Hood. Hello, hello. Nice. So, we got Shaman of the Pack. We also have Ezuri. We've got enough mana to activate this. We can give our creatures +3/+3 and trample. So I'm thinking we probably go Shaman this turn and then maybe try an Ezuri turn. Oh, the ad got you, did it, Robin Hood? Those sneaky ads. So we're going to want to stack this so that the Warmaster resolves first. So we'll click the Shaman first. It's a bunch of elves, put them to 4. So we don't have enough mana to activate the Ezuri this turn. Let's just pass. We can double block the Phyrexian Germ next turn and regenerate 2 elves so that we can get the Germ off the battlefield. And they won't gain life twice in a turn that way. Block. Block. I'm almost out of lands. I am out of lands. Alright, regenerate this one. They're probably sitting on a removal spell here. That's probably what's happening. Exile target monocolored permanent, getting rid of the Nettle Sentinel. Sure. So they are going to be able to gain life twice. Let's gain a little bit of life ourselves. What do we get? A Thoughtseize. Well, if we had another mana, I would be interested in playing that, but we don't, so I won't. I guess we just attack with the Ezuri trigger. So this is only for elves get trample. We might as well attack with the Skoos as well, though. So let's see here. That's 5, 10, 19. It's a lot. Is it enough? I mean, that's a lot of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elves. 7 times 3 is 21. 24, 25, 28, 30, 32. And then they have 8, 13. Yeah, this should be enough. Math is for blockers. I don't know, I've thought that before and then been severely punished. Because I didn't do the simple math, and I just thought, that's probably enough, swing in. And then the opponent's just like, block, 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 block. Now you lose. Pedro, yo-yo. Just don't lose, that's the trick. Regenerate the elves. Yeah, just win. Just win every time. How hard is that? Come on. Oh, first strike. I wonder if that changes anything. Sure doesn't. Cool. I think we'll stick with it, as is. We could bring in Rec Sage. I think Rec Sage is probably worth the slots. Be able to get the Batterskull off the board. But what would we be taking out? Because we've brought in a lot of stuff here between the Thoughtseize and the Skoos. And I think I would rather have Thoughtseize rather than the Rec Sage. Maybe we could bring in Rec Sage for like Visionary or something. Hey there, Islands. We're putting together quite the crew for the first match. Excellent. Just trying to think if I can make any space for this Reclamation Sage. Because I don't want to take out any Shamans or Archdruids or Ezuri. I'm already down on companies. So, like, can I take out... I could probably take out a Dwynen's Elite. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, so you got Delver and Fairies and Pauper. Well, congratulations, Pedro. That's a pair of excellent decks. Think that you're going to have a lot of fun with those, especially when the format starts to open up a little bit more. Oh, that's a tough choice too. Modern Horizons Draft, Affinity for Pauper. Hey, I'm happy to be able to provide any kind of tips. That's great. Hey, if you're having fun, that's most of it right there. I mean, winning is nice, but having fun, that's what's going to keep you coming back. Fair enough. Just, keep in mind, I'm sure you realize that the practice rooms aren't a good, how do we say this, indicator of how you're going to do in leagues, but I'm sure you're already aware of that. Games are slow. Yeah. Yeah, that does happen, especially in tournament practice where people aren't as invested. Which is the reason why you're not going to get the same kind of value from testing in tournament practice as you would in leagues. One of the main reasons I play in leagues consistently for content is because people aren't going to up and quit, and we're going to get good games every time where the opponent is going to try and win. All right, so what does this do? Pay 3 life, sacrifice the priest, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Wow. Good card. Then it became the king of 2 3s and 0 4s. Yeah, that sounds like me too. Alright, so it's our turn. We have basically 2 formats alive in our local game store, Modern and Two-Headed EDH. Oh, that's cool. No, I've never really been much for Two-Headed Giant, personally. But I think that it's pretty cool that there's this other mode of play. Okay, so We play Quirion Ranger, Heritage Druid, and then we can collect a company because of the Quirion Ranger to untap the Llanowar Elf. Is that better than an Archdruid? Archdruid's probably just better. So maybe we just play Heritage Druid, Quirion Ranger, play Archdruid, and then pass the turn. And we'll just have a wicked amount of mana for next turn if we survive. So we can make one more mana. That's not going to do anything. Let's just pass the turn. And next turn we will have access to so much mana. If we survive. We don't actually have anything to do here. I'm just going to 6. Let the opponent do their thing. Probably take Coco. If they wanted to, they could Priest of the Fell Rites the Grief back. They might just have Ephemerate. No, this is way worse. They have the Unmarked Grave, and they can Priest the killer card into play. So we'll get... we'll figure out... We'll see what the card is. Sarah's Emissary. Choose a card type. You and creatures you control have protection from creatures. Okay, that's not the worst thing. This says target, so I guess Sarah's Emissary means that Shaman of the Pack doesn't work? So yeah, that really, what are we going to do now? I mean, we could make a bunch of creatures and attack. Because our Elvish Archdruid is going to be giving our creatures bonuses. Oh, opponent has protection from creatures. So that means we can't even attack. This is the first time I've played against Sarah's Emissary. So I'm puzzling this out as we go. I mean, Scavenging Ooze isn't going to do anything either, because this is saying protection from creatures, not from elves. No, Donut. I don't. We can just take a look here. Yeah, there's no way to kill this creature. Our kill spell is like Abrupt Decay. We didn't bring it in, and it's not going to hit. So, GG's. This hand looks great. We'll keep. So, looking at our opponent's name here, my name, Titus. Isn't Titus the main character from Final Fantasy X? The one with a funny laugh? I swear I clicked on the land. There you go. Get into play, land. And I spent a lot of time playing that game years and years ago. It's pronounced Tidus. Okay. Tidus. I mean, they never actually said the name during the video game, since you were allowed to change the name of the main character. And that made it kind of awkward, you know? Like, if they had just... Okay, so your character's name is static, and it makes all the dialogue better. Okay. What do we do here? We could play Warmaster, or we could play Mystic Llanowar Elves. I think I'm going to play the Double Dorks. Hey there, Iburikima. I think the first time we played, you were playing Elves. Yeah. That's right. You were playing Elves, I was playing Yawgmoth combo. So, Iburikima, have you been playing much Elves since the release of Modern Horizons 2? Get that Quirion Ranger action going on? Engineered explosives on 0. I guess that gets rid of our tokens from Warmaster. So it looks like we're fighting the Urza food deck. Urza's kitchen. And I think they probably played the engineered explosives to get a an artifact on the board, so that they could cast the Emery. Okay, so let's see here. I'm thinking Warmaster Llanowar Elves. We could just play the Archdruid to get us a bunch of mana for next turn. But then we're missing out on the value from Warmaster. We have nothing to do on their turn. We're just going to hit 6, let them do their worst. And it's not going to be pretty. They have Asmarano Mardika Daistina Kaldakar on the board, which gets them the cookbook. Yeah, the Emery EE is pretty bad. They even have Pithing Needle here. I mean, Pithing Needle doesn't stop mana abilities, so it's not going to stop too much of what we're doing. And they... Okay, yeah, that's true. This thing does say that we can give our elves +2/+2, so that does stop this. Probably just want to go Archdruid this turn, and we can play Realmwalker next turn. We play the Archdruid, we can swing in for some damage. It does expose the Archdruid to death, but It is what it is. We gotta get going, you know? Start presenting some damage. Yeah, I know. It's the flavor text on the bottom. You usually don't read that far. Alright, attack all. Asmore eats one of our elves. Opponent takes a bunch of damage, though. Puts them down to 4. Yeah, that's true, too. Opponent does have a bunch of 1-drops on the board, so if they EE for 1, they're going to lose a lot of their own stuff. Our board is also fairly split. We've got 2 1s, a 2, a 3, and a pair of 0s. I mean, also, if the opponent wants to do like some Emery explosive stuff, they need more lands. They need mana for that. Currently, they only have 3 mana with the Springleaf Drum and double lands. And a single card in hand. So if they want to make food, they have to discard it. Yep. Asmore can kill the Archdruid. But they're only at 4 life, so if they kill the Archdruid, they don't have food to eat. And we can still just attack in for probably lethal damage. I really hope this 2 mana is for engineered explosives and they just don't realize that Asmore is going to die. But it's probably like equip Shadow Spear. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what happened. They threw the engineered explosives down on 0 so they could get the Emery out that turn. And it's definitely punishing them. I mean, yeah, if they blow that up on 0, they lose their food, we lose our warriors, they lose Asmore. In this case, definitely not. And they knew what we were playing. First turn we played a Mystic, and they Galv Blasted it. So they knew that the Engineered Explosives was going to be a good card in this matchup, and they decided to get the Emery out. Maybe they thought they were going to like draw lands, I don't know. I'm sure that they had a good reason for doing what they did. From our perspective, it doesn't look that good, though. Okay, so they decided to target Thought Monitor, play Thought Monitor, try and draw a land. No land. Nice. And we get to keep our Archdruid? That's so great. Okay, nice. We got the Realmwalker into play. Name Elf. Cool. I would really like to hold this black mana up. I'm going to use the Archdruid for mana now. Yeah, they let us have both. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. Okay, they're going to kill the Archdruid now. If you're going to kill my Archdruid, you should have done it during your turn. Sure. Always yes, always yield. We're going off. Oh, good thing we saved that black mana, huh? Oh, come on! Why are you doing this now? What a tease. Ah, whatever. We're going to draw this card. It's all good. GG. Alright, so we're playing against food. Looks like Abrupt Decay, Reclamation Sage, Scooze. Could potentially bring in a choke. They're playing islands. And I'm going to take out some Collected Company because we're bringing in some non-creature spells. One land hand. We're going to keep it. First turn Emery. And they find a cookbook immediately. Okay. Yeah, that's totally fair. Take the Walker out instead of the Cocoa. So maybe we can Rec Sage. Rec Saging the Cookbook isn't going to do any good until we get the Scavenging Ooze out. But Rec Sage the Urza Saga. That would be amazing. Alright, land off the top deck. They have the Daredevil too. Opponent is pretty set up. We really need this land off the top to get rid of the Urza Saga. Land, 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 land. Too bad. I mean, it's basically a land. Really wanted to get rid of Urza Saga before they could make a Karnstruct, though. Would have been pretty amazing. Get rid of their land. Keep them from making one of the best things in their deck. Oh, and they even have Asmareno. Okay, I think this game is probably over. Double Cookbook. Yeah. Triple Cookbook. This game is over. They can just use Asmarano, Mardika, Dazetina, Kaldakar to continuously kill my elves, making 3 foods every turn. So that's, yeah. Yeah, that's bad. Missed on the land, and we got punished. I would say it's really good. Let's go ahead and concede this one and move on to the next one. This is too much to get past. All we need to defeat the new meta is a fast and furious burn deck. All the rest is just blah, blah, ball, blah, blah. I mean, burn has been pretty consistently a good deck in most formats. As far as entry-level decks, it's one that I consistently recommend. You don't think that Choke is good here? Most of their lands are going to be islands, but that's fair. Like, maybe the Choke is bad. I was just trying to stifle their mana a little bit. We've seen that generally they'll only have a couple of lands. So if we can stemmy their mana, maybe they won't be able to keep up with us. That's my thinking anyways. But I have been wrong in the past, and I will be wrong again in the future. And maybe I'm wrong now. Okay, our opponent's keeping at 6. We're just going to throw a Heritage Druid down. Oh, Gale Blast. Oh, Lightning Axe. No, Engineered Explosives. Okay. Third time's the charm. Eventually we figured out what they were playing. Another Visionary, that's fine. So next turn we could potentially play Visionary into Collected Company, depending on what the opponent does. If they let us keep our mana, or if they activate the Engineered Explosives. If they activate the Engineered Explosives, then that's taking 2 turns to kill one of our creatures, and that would still be fine for us. And we don't actually need to, at any point, have priority during the opponent's turn here, so we can just hit 6 and let the opponent do whatever they're going to do. It's not going to be explosives. It could still be Asmore. It's not Asmore. Wonderful. Ah, okay. That is a play. That works. Engineered Explosives is just sitting here, though, threatening their own cookbook at this point. Okay, they have the Daredevil, so they're going to be able to make all the food they could ever need. But we got Collected Company next turn. I like that Street Wraith there. Oh, I don't like that. Asmorano Mardika Days Tina Kuldakar. What brings you here? Another cookbook. Yeah, they always have the Daredevil. The deck is playing 4 Daredevils now, according to one of the more recent lists. So more daredevils, more chance of having it. Another visionary. Let's put this down, name elf, and pass the turn. They have Metallic Rebuke mana up, so not going to cast the Collected Company during the opponent's turn here. Shaman Tribal, that's right. Shaman, 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 Shaman. I think somebody did build a Shaman deck, didn't they? Here's an Urza, so let's go ahead and cast the Collected Company now. Before they can use their stuff to make blue manas. Interesting. So I think we take Archdruid and Shaman of the pack. I'd love to take Ezuri. We just don't have mana to give our creatures regenerate. Take some number of damage. It's only going to be 2 damage. And their construct's still a 5/5, even though they sacrificed 4 foods. Ugh. Flooded. Kind of hoping I can use this Shaman of the pack to do a large amount of damage, but with the opponent being able to kill an elf every turn with Asmore, not to mention having Urza plus the construct, it's not looking too good. So I think we're about to go down 0-2. Oh, so much value. Now they can put Shadow Spear onto their construct, start attacking. Yeah, it's GG. Okay, tough start. Pair of losses. We did get 1 game in each of them, but you need 2 for it to count. So let's hop back into the queue and see if we can find a W. So, as most of you are probably aware, the Steam sale started a little while ago. A whole bunch of video games on Steam have been reduced in price by quite a bit. Ended up buying Sekiro because it was like 50% off or something. And I have been loving it to the point where, it's been difficult for me to stop playing the game because it's so much fun. It was incredibly frustrating at first coming out of Dark Souls into this game, and having to learn that, or rather unlearn everything that Dark Souls has taught me. Because Sekiro is reasonably different. But yeah, it's been a pretty great time. Kind of feels like Dark Souls meets Dance Dance Revolution. It's a rhythm game, you know? Now I'm wondering, like, there's got to be some people that have played Sekiro with the DDR mats. That would be pretty wild. All right. Back into Magic. Let's go. All right, so that pause means the opponent has a companion. So they're playing Elementals. Elementals versus Elves. We've got a 1-land hand, but it does things, so we're going to keep it. Pedro says Sekiro is amazing. Yes. I've been wanting to play it for ages, but it was a very expensive video game. And for the Steam sale, they finally brought it down to 50%. So it was like $40. I was willing to pay that. All right, land off the top. I want to play an Archdruid this turn. Can we outvalue an Elemental deck? I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be about outvaluing them. I think it's going to be about the amount of pressure that we can put up. But I think we also really kind of needed a land there, so that we could have played the Archdruid last turn, and that would have ramped us up quite a bit. Yeah, Voice of Resurgence. No surprise there. There we go. There's the land, so we can play Warmaster into Archdruid. Yeah, and next turn is going to be pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Archdruid is going to tap for this activation all by itself. Cavern of Souls. Wonderful. Hold on. I think it's actually better if we tap a Llanowar Elf to play the Sentinel. Probably not, actually, because if we tap the Llanowar Elf to play the Sentinel, that's 2 extra damage. But if we attack with Llanowar Elf, that's 4 damage. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want to put the Shaman of the Pack onto the stack, and then the Warmaster, so the Warmaster will resolve first. Okay. And this costs 5, 6, 7, so we can play the Nettle Sentinel here. All our creatures have Death Touch, and they're big, and they want to swing in, and opponent scoops. Turn 4. Okay, so, I guess Abrupt Decay? Honestly, I mean, I don't know too much about the Elementals deck, but I don't think that anything else in our sideboard here is realistically going to help us. No land hand. Must mull. Okay, we can keep this. So let's see here. We're going to want to keep both of our lands. Keep the Sentinel and the Heritage Druid. So we're going to want to get rid of one of these 3 cards. Probably the Ezuri. Okay, opponent with no turn 1 play. We get Llanowar Elves, so let's play that. Actually, Nettle Sentinel is probably better, because then we can go Nettle Sentinel, attack during their turn, and then untap, play Heritage Druid, Llanowar Elf, and we have 3 mana. And maybe we get a 3 mana play. Okay, so here comes Voice of Resurgence. We are not going to want to attack into that. Okay, Ezuri, so we do get a 3 mana play. Always yes, always yield. That'll make that a little bit faster, so we don't have to click through that every time. One, two, three, four, five, 6 mana. If we get another land, we can Coco and Shaman. Ooh. Solitude. Getting rid of Heritage Druid of all things. I mean, that does neuter our mana by quite a bit. But we've still got enough for the Collected Company if we want it. And we can also attack with the Nettle Sentinel since the Ezuri can give it regenerate. The thing is, like, they're just going to block and then they get another elemental. I think that would be bad. Yeah, it would be bad to attack into this. And I don't want to collect a company during their turn, so we're just going to do it now. Choices. So we don't want to get the Ezuri, which means we're going to be stuck with 2 1-drops. Quirion Ranger and Heritage Druid it is. That is really dishonest, the way they switch the okay and no for Collected Company. Should have got the Overgrown Tomb there so that I could sacrifice this to draw a card. We need the black mana source, and I'm not willing to sacrifice this while we have Shaman of the Pack in hand. So maybe we'll just throw out Shaman of the Pack this turn. We'll see what... oh no. This is Fury from the opponent. So they're going to be able to do 4 damage. They can kill the Ezuri, but whatever else they target is going to survive. Haha, Iburakima. Yes, we are. This one has a regeneration shield. Let's put a regeneration shield on the Quirion Ranger. And we'll put a shield on the Nettle Sentinel too. And lose the Ezuri. Oh, come on! Okay. Ephemerate. Pretty good. Good card. Yes. Go Mystic into Warmaster Heritage Druid. And that would be pretty strong. Opponent mulligans at least once. Ephemerate elementals. Ephemementals. Ephemementals. Elf. Okay, so they don't have any response to whatever we do here. Oh, cool. Let's go off. Cool. How's that for a turn 2? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We got a ton of mana. No! Stop! Stop! And then they can, like, ephemerate this and wipe our battlefield, apparently. Don't... Okay, no ephemerate. Oof. Okay, so this gives us 4 mana, so we can Collected Company. I think we just Collected Company during their turn, right? It's an instant. Should be pretty obvious what we're doing since we didn't attack. That Fury was, whew, that was strong. They get a land for free. Alright, let's Coco. So let's see here. We already have a Realmwalker. I guess we get Quirion Ranger Shaman of the pack. Oh, I like that draw. That's a good draw. Oh, and another Shaman? So what if we just go Shaman attack? Fortunately, the Heritage Druid kind of needs to get involved here. In order to... hold on a second. We have Quirion Ranger to make extra mana as well. Don't forget about that. So that's 1, 2. We tap Heritage Druid, Elf Warrior, Quirion Ranger. Untap Quirion Ranger. So that's 3, 4, 5. No, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, untap Elf Warrior, return Overgrown Tomb, play the tomb, pay the life. Huh. So I can put this on the top or the bottom. I kind of want to keep the Shaman, though. So I think we're actually going to have to bottom this. And this is actually lethal attack, so they must block. We already used the Quirion Ranger, so we can't send another attacker in. Puts him down to 3. Nothing on the board, 2 cards in hand. Decent position for us. Well, they still have enough that they want to keep playing. That's a good one. So if they have fetch land, yep, they do. So they can gain some life, make some mana, or they can just gain 8 life. Oh, what a draw! Okay, so how much mana do we have? So that's a lot of mana. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 6, 7, 8. So we have enough to do basically everything. So let's see here. We want to go black. Untap this, return this, play this. GG. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Should still be good enough. Ha ha! Nice. So let's see here. We got Nettle Sentinels, so it's kind of a slow hand, but we got the Druid. I think I'm going to keep it. Ah, nice draw. Elf. Plain elf. A lot of artifacts on the opponent's side. I think I'm just going to play an Archdruid this turn. So if it survives into our turn, it's going to make a ton of mana. Yeah. That's one way to play onto the board. Let me show you another way. So we play Sentinel Visionary, I think. Yeah. We definitely play the Visionary anyway. Start with that. Coco. Okay. So yeah, we'll play the Nettle Sentinel. And Archdruid is going to give us 4 mana for Collected Company. The question is, do we allow them to potentially draw Metallic Rebuke? I don't think that's going to be something that they're going to be working with. Let's just pass the turn. And we'll use Coco during their turn. Like maybe as a response to their attack or something. Always yes, always yield. Elf. Ooh, another Shaman of the Pack coming up. That's going to be brutal. We probably just take 8, honestly. Could trade one of our cards for one of theirs. The blocks are actually kind of good. Okay. Go green. Heritage Druid. Actually, undo that. Okay. Green. Heritage Druid. Play another Archdruid, I guess? Or do we just play Nettle Sentinel? Alright, so we play Nettle Sentinel, and that gets us 2 elves. Tap a black, Shaman of the Pack, and then we get 3 elves again. Play the Druid from the top. I would have to tap the Druid for that. I intend on doing that in a minute. Yeah, I should have... Anyway, yeah. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So much mana. That's just got to be enough, right? We don't need more than that. I thought I said always yes to that. Oops, this one. Click, click, click. Nice. Shaman of the Pack for the win! Cool. Alright, let's bring in Reclamation Sage, Abrupt Decay, and that's it. You die, robot! Opponent was like, you just stand there, let me practice my stabbing. Yeah! Yeah! So we're looking to take 3 cards out. Generally, I'm looking at Dwynen's Elite as one of the first cards I want to take out. And then after that, we need to take out 2 more. Maybe just like a Visionary and... Alright, Visionary, Sentinel, and Dwynen's Elite. And we get the Abrupt Decay and double Rec Sage. Rec Sage is looking pretty good in this matchup. One land hand, but it has double Rec Sage. We're going to keep this on the draw and hope we draw a land. Let's see how far the opponent goes on their first turn. Volt Scourge is a card. Just a Volt Scourge, huh? Alright. Play Llanowar Elf. We did not get a land that turn. Worst case, we have Visionary to play next turn to draw an extra card. Wait, why are we 1-2? Because we won. No, we beat Elementals. No land. Damn. Damn. Why didn't Elementals beat us? We were too fast. We put too much pressure out, and the opponent wasn't able to deal. Iburakima says I should quit my job to miss less of this stream. Well, that cranial plating is terrifying. Let's get a land here. Oh, that sucks. Maximum punish. We actually can play nothing from our hand because it's all 3-drops. Ugh. Alright, that's what we get. We kept a 1-land hand, so that is the risk. I figured, you know, like, we got Llanowar Elf plus land, so we got to 2, Visionary, draw a card, hopefully we get the land by then. Not that lucky. So yeah, cranial plating here is basically going to end the game. So we have one more opportunity to draw land to Rec Sage it. No, they have another cranial plating. That's death. Okay, let's go again. We're on the play this time. We've had some very quick matches of Magic with this deck. Another 1-land hand. Do we dare? I do. I do dare. It's a lot of artifacts. Volt Scourge, Frogmite, land. Yes! Nice. That land there unlocks quite a bit of potential. Elvish Archdruid to start would be nice. Oh yeah, always had it. Absolutely. I wanted to play the Visionary there, not one of my 3-drops. I like this attack. Yeah, we'll take 4, no problem. Now I'm going to leave the Misty Rainforest on the battlefield because we want to draw another land. And Misty Rainforest is going to be getting a basic anyways, so let's leave the lands in the deck and see if we can draw another one. We do! Rewarded. So I think we just pass again and collected company during their turn. Elvish Archdruid would also be pretty nice. Maybe we'll get an Archdruid off our Coco. Another Volt Scourge, yep. Well, we're going to be taking some damage. Let's see how much. Go get Forest. Nice. I guess we just get 2 Archdruids. And block. How much mana is this? Like, a lot, right? So we could play Ezuri and then attack with these two creatures. So that would be for 12? I think I would rather just play the extra Archdruid and the Ezuri. Okay, we'll put a regeneration shield. We don't need a regeneration shield. Quick games. One land hand on the draw. Let's keep it. We got an elf. I'm into it. Specifically, the one mana dork is what I was looking for. So first turn cycle Street Wraith looks like food. Still looks like food. It is indeed. Okay, this is a terrible start for us. So that's one. Okay, so 1, 2. Play Quirion Ranger. 1 mana left. Untap everything. Play Heritage Druid. Okay, we're not going to have enough to play Collected Company next turn. Yep. Azmarano Mardika Daystina Kuldakar is not what we like to see on the other side of the battlefield, but it is quite prevalent in the format. Seemed like a hard matchup from when we fought it last time. I'll even have the double food. Or double cookbook here. Triple cookbook. Damn. I know, right? Like, where's your Daredevil? Get good. I would say this is probably just a loss. But opponent doesn't have too many cards left in hand. So let's continue playing. See what happens. So I did one of the cool tricks you can do with Quirion Ranger there. Because we didn't play a land for turn, we can return the land that we had in play and then replay it, getting 2 mana out of a single forest. Okay, so they only have 1 card in hand. And it doesn't look like it's a Daredevil, so I think that we might be able to start putting things onto the board here. But we're not exactly going to have a lot of time because Azmarano Mardika Daystina Kuldakar is going to end this game in no time. Nikki Wonka, thanks for the follow, friend. So let's see here. We can get a Realmwalker down and then make 3 mana. No, we can't. We can't actually do anything. We can make 2 mana with this forest, and that's it. I guess we just attack and pass. Yeah, killing the Llanowar Elf was a really big deal. If we still had that Llanowar Elf, we would be fine. We would be casting all kinds of spells this turn. But the opponent had a hand that was very well set up, getting the Azmarano Mardika Daystina Kuldakar onto the battlefield so early, and then being able to just take out that one elf was all they needed to do. And they have 2 cards in hand, so they're going to be able to kill one of our creatures. So we can play this Elvish Visionary, and then they can kill the Heritage Druid so we don't get any more mana. Ooh, they don't. They choose not to. Figured for sure they would have just killed the Heritage Druid so he would continue to stumble on mana. I guess the cards in their hand they want to keep. Yep. Get hit again. Okay, they play a fetch land. Still have 2 cards left. Oh, this is Urza. So next turn they get to put the Shadow Spear on the Construct, and that should be lethal. Get another Shaman. All 4 Shamans, no black mana. Okay, so that's 4, 5. We play the Warmaster, and that gets us extra mana. Don't kill my Heritage Druid. Leave my Heritage Druid, please. Okay. So let's see here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's enough for Visionary plus Coco. Okay, so I'm going to wait. We're not going to draw the card. We're not going to draw the card. Yeah, we are going to Coco into Shaman. Yeah, exactly. So this way we get the extra elves in play. Not bad. We still have more plays, but we don't have black mana. So we could make 3 mana, play... Oh, might as well play more stuff. We got a Collected Company in hand, so maybe we can keep going. I guess we're out of gas at this point. We have 3 mana. We've already used the Quirion Ranger. But next turn, during the opponent's turn, we can Collected Company if they leave the Heritage Druid in play. I think. Hold on. We can go 1, 2, 3. No, we can't. We're not going to have enough elves. Ooh, I missed the extra Coco then. Yeah, could have left the Nettle Sentinel out and then played the Coco instead. I mean, we have the Shaman of the Packs in hand, which are the cards we really want to be hitting. Can they just kill us with a Construct here? Construct's like an 8/8 with Trample. Oh, we can block with everything. Then they can use the Cookbook, kill one of our blockers. We've got Quirion Ranger to potentially untap an extra blocker. It's going to be tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, another Shaman of the Pack would do it. I mean, they do have food, so they could eat food, and then also the Shadow Spear is gaining them life, so yeah, we don't have it. Have to see what they do and what we can potentially do in response. I'm not even sure we're going to be able to untap here. Yep, that was what we expected. Pithing Needle. Alright, we're going to have to untap something in response. Probably names Warmaster. Names the Heritage Druid. Okay, that's solid. We didn't have anything to do with it this turn. Opponent can actually kill our Archdruid, which is going to be a pain. They might just have us here dead anyways. Needle does not stop Heritage. True. Heritage Druid is a mana ability, and Pithing Needle does not stop mana abilities. I personally have made that exact mistake once in a paper match. I consistently get Pithing Needle and Phyrexian Revoker mixed up. They're very similar cards. Pithing Needle does not stop mana abilities, but it can name a land, whereas Revoker cannot name a land, but it will stop mana abilities. Okay, opponent is still on their combat step here. They have not passed the attack yet. Okay, here it is. Okay, so they have the one food. They can kill one of our creatures. Yeah, that's the plan, Iburikima. We just got to survive, and unfortunately, they're going to be gaining 9 life. Alright, so let's see here. That's 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now they can get rid of 1, so we'll get that out, and then they get rid of, like, whatever, one of these 3s. And then that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We take 2, go to 3. You think keep the Nettle back instead of the Shaman? Because the Nettle can untap and get us extra mana. Okay, so this is our block. Opponent is going back up to 21. And we're only going to have this single black mana with Overgrown Tomb for Shaman of the Pack. But we're going to have a huge amount of mana with the Elvish Archdruid, and we also have the Warmaster. Yep. Oh, they can actually hit the Archdruid here with this, and that's going to shrink all of our creatures. Didn't think of that. Do we still have enough? So that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we still only take 2. Okay. Oh, but their Karnstruct survives. Alright, so we're going to want to play the Tomb, not the Forest, so we have black mana. Okay, and I think I play Shaman, and then with the trigger on the stack, I play Collected Company. Okay, so triggers on the stack. Oh, sorry, no. Creatures on the stack. Let it resolve first. Okay. Get our extra elf. Okay. Tap more mana. Play Coco. Get Archdruid and Nettle Sentinel, I guess. What are we going to do from here? Stupid Archdruid. Summoning sick. Good point. Good point. We could have put more critters down. Okay, we're out. Have no more, nothing more to do here. How much mana can we make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this costs 7. Can activate. So cancel that. Hold on. So we can activate the Warmaster, which gives our elves +2/+2 in Death Touch. And then, yeah, math is for blockers, but I kind of want to try and win. I guess we can't. Yeah, they have Thought Monitor. They are going to kill us when they untap, so we might as well just go and attack and then let the chips fall where they may. We also have a Quirion Ranger to untap a creature. So let's see here. 1, 2. These are summoning sick. Hold on. This one's summoning sick. Okay, they're both summoning sick. We cannot return anything to hand, no. So we have one untap here. Sick, sick. Basically everything is sick. So we could like untap one of our little things. Okay, and then need to do this again. 1, 2, And this one, that's 7. Use that. Attack all. The best we could do. And it's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, they're going to win. But it was a pretty good shot. And I think that that one extra land would have won us the game. If we had one extra attacker, we would win here. Yeah, I think we could have got there. One more mana. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Anyways, YouTube comments. Feel free to let me know if I could have got the win this turn. If you have the line, if you have the victory, let me know. Creature math. Ugh. Yeah, you gotta send everything to block, my friend. And then you win on the crackback. You don't need to think about it too hard. Actually, no, they don't even have to block the double visionary. They can just go to 1 here. Ah, so yeah, the extra untapped creature would have done it. Tap 2 sentinels and a 2-drop to cast instead of the 3 sentinels. Yeah. Good game. Let's move on to the next one. Don't have a lot of time, and we've still got 2 games to go. So we're going to have to play a little bit quicker. We'll bring in Reclamation Sage. We could bring in Abrupt Decay. I mean, Scavenging Ooze seems okay as a way to eat their daredevils. And Aburakima's line would have got us some extra damage as well, and that's all we needed, a bit of extra damage. We'll chalk that one up to my inexperience. Exactly. We're here to learn, we'll always get a little bit better. Land heavy hand. It's a little bit more like it. Keep this one, get rid of one of our peatlands. Opponent is mulliganing as well. And let's hope we get an Archdruid off the top. Not too into just casting Shaman of the Pack turn 2. It's not generally where you want to play it. Oh my. Bone Shards immediately on the Llanowar Elves. Another Shaman of the Pack. I find that, like, just our luck today, we've been getting Shaman of the Pack sitting in hand quite a bit. Just go ahead and play a Nettle Sentinel. Seems better than playing a Shaman of the Pack there. Oh, that's a good one from the opponent. Let's hope we get a... uh-oh. That's a really good one from the opponent. They're going to be able to start making food. And an Emry. Okay, that's a card. So Emry didn't really hit anything. And we can start our game plan here. The Warmaster is pretty excellent, actually. Not too happy that they're going to be able to be making these Constructs, but at least Emry isn't getting any value yet. That's a lot of mana. Whenever I played this deck, I never got that much mana. That's Urza mana right there. Ooh, that's bad. Engineered Explosives with Emry. I guess we're going to be going 2-3 today. You know, I definitely have considered that. You have a Mayan Elvish Champion to give your creatures unblockable. But I decided that being someone that has not personally played Elves in Modern, that I should start out with somebody else's list. But that is definitely something that seems pretty cool. Alright, well, that Warmaster was really important to us. So losing it is a big deal. And Emry being able to recycle the explosives turn after turn, we're in a ton of trouble. Ooh, combo elves with a new Leyline. Sweet. Alright, I'm going to play a Shaman of the Pack here. We'll get some damage down, and it's also doing some damage with a 3 power. So, better than nothing. Let's keep this pressure going. Next turn, just keep playing Shaman, Shaman, Shaman is the plan now. I wanted to do that with Warmaster so that we could, you know, get a bunch of elves as we were doing it, but opponent said, no way, Jose. And, oh, they're not making a Construct here. Construct would make it difficult for us to attack. Maybe they just have an Urza in hand. And they go get Mishra's Bauble. They have Emry and Engineered Explosives, and they want to Bauble. This Urza? Okay, that makes sense. That gets them the Construct, making it difficult to attack into them. So Urza and Construct can block quite a bit. Mishra's Bauble. Emry Mishra's Bauble. Using the food for mana to make a Thought Monitor. So they're going off here. Not going to have too much longer, but we've got some damage in hand, so we'll see what we can do with it. They can gain like 3 to 6 life a turn. It's going to be difficult to keep up with that. Coco, but we don't have the mana. Uh-oh. I'm just going to play Mystic so we guaranteed, or not necessarily guaranteed, but hopefully we'll have the mana for Coco next turn. Instead of going for the 3 from the Shaman. I mean, in a sense, Iburakima, yes. But generally, we kind of look towards the earliest printings of a card in order to describe it. So the construct that has power and toughness equal to artifacts, the earliest time I remember seeing it was from that Karn. But I mean, nowadays we are absolutely going to be seeing that from Urza's and not from Karns. It's just so awkward. Urza Struct? How are we winning this? Good question. It's not happening. Urza bots. I like it. Asmarano, Mardika, Daestina, Kaldakar can just wipe our entire board. And then they can attack for some pretty good damage, kill us over the course of 2 turns. Well, we're going to have another negative result today. But we got to play a new deck. We got to have some pretty busted turns. We've had some pretty great matches of Magic. So I hope that you've all enjoyed the league, the matches, the games. Okay, let's draw that land. I got 2 pairs, opponent. All right, that's our league. Another 2-3. So I definitely enjoyed playing the the Elves list, but I felt like I was definitely missing something. Playing against the food deck twice and just feeling like we didn't really have anything super good for that matchup. So maybe there's something we could do there. Like maybe we could be playing Punishment. We have the colors, so we could put it in the deck.